What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today, in the world of indie games, we are taking a look at Dungeonmans. Why are we taking a look at an old game? Well, Dungeonmans is an open-world procedural roguelike RPG, which is kind of focused on being comedic and funny, which makes it one of the few games that's actually kind of tugging at the Dungeons of Dreadmore string. And I think this game is utterly fantastic as an entry point to the roguelike genre, and the developer just dropped a fat content update. Even though the game's been out now for a couple of years in like 1.0, every year or so the developer comes back and he'll be like, boom, here's an entire new mechanic that I've added to the game later. And then he disappears for like another year, and next year he'll probably do the same thing if time and tradition have shown us anything. And so this is a game where you are a graduate of a adventuring academy, the Dungeonmans Academy more specifically, and every single character you make as they die will go out as a junior student and will have to clear dungeons and find treasures and bring back artifacts and relics. And those artifacts and relics will level up your academy and add new wings and libraries and museums and blacksmiths and alchemy labs and, you know, chicken farms and all kinds of random stuff you can build inside of your academy. And as those things go up, you have a little bit of like a roguelite progression where each character is stronger than the last based on all the facilities that you have unlocked inside of your academy. Now, you're not going to get like extra stats or anything, but you will, from each wing, be given like a boon every single time you start a new character. And so like a leveled up alchemy lab will give you like 20 of these potions that give you max HP. And you just hit a button, and like with those, it's pretty hard to die in the first couple dungeons. And the blacksmith will be able to upgrade your starting gear based on how good the smithy is. So, you see what I mean? It gives you like a little bit of a boost, so every character makes it out of the early game a little bit faster and easier, which I think is pretty cool. And so right now, I am adventuring, and I'm kind of like in the open world phase of the game. I need to find a place to go because I just finished recovering the poor, slaughtered body of another Dungeonmans who died deep down in the dungeon. I've played for a couple hours on this playthrough. And so we're a little bit further in on this character. Like, I've cleared out... Oh, well, there's a couple of things down here. What is this? The Halls of Shame. Apparently, it's trivial. Let's go ahead and just auto-clear it. This game has lots of good quality of life. If you out-level a dungeon or anything, it will allow you to automatically complete it and give you a bunch of, like, free loot, basically, as kind of like a boon. So as you can see there, it dropped a whole bunch of random stuff. And it just assumes that I defeated the dungeon because it was no challenge for me anyways. And it looks like I haven't really cleared out anything on this side, so we'll go ahead and knock that out. Still, I would like to go to a dungeon that will actually challenge me. What about this guy over here? This one is still trivial. Okay, well, let me see if I can find something good around. I mean, there's a roadblock right here. Let's do the roadblock. Let's see what these villains have been doing over here. It looks like these are all, like, level 2s. We'll just kind of, like, clear them. If you're wondering what kind of class I'm playing right now, I'm playing a class that is called the Bannermans. What a Bannermans is, I'm playing a Lady Bannermans right now, but what a Bannermans is a Bannerman is like a halberdier or like a lance connect. You're effectively a character that uses a melee weapon to strike from 2 tiles away. You have a bunch of abilities that have to do with throwing that spear or like whirling it around to kill everything around you. And then on top of that, you also have the ability to summon banners. And these banners, is that the boss right there? Riot Girl. No, it's not the boss, but she stood up longer. She took 2 hits. And so, like, you know, she survived longer than the others. The Bannermans also has the ability to summon various flags and blow various horns and things like that that will give you various buffs and debuff the enemy in certain ways. Oi, Piker. Okay. These right here, this entire area, like one of the subtexts of this area has been taken over by British football hooligans. And so if you hear them shouting like, oi, or like, wanka, whenever I kill one of them, that's exactly why. This area has had a very real problem with sort of Manchester fans running around beating people with chains. We've taken them out, and they've dropped collectible. What did they drop? Purloined inventory. So purloined inventory, we can use it to restore the former glory of a village so that their shops will carry better items and things. What's going on right here? Like, what's up with this town? Let's go talk to the mayor and see what he's got to say. In every town, all the towns are basically kind of copy pasta. You talk to the mayor, You ask him how the prosperity is, and the better the town is, the higher their maximum prosperity will be. And so we give them our purloined inventories. There they are, 4 of them. And after I give them 4 crates, the prosperity of this town is now level 4. And they will build a statue of us after we die, I think, like right here, because we're the one that, like, fixed their town effectively. And now that we've upgraded their inventory, we can actually come back through here, and as you can see, there's lots of magical loot. There are things that are effervescing right now with the maximum power of Mucin XPM, and the reason why they are radiating like this is because they have magical enchantments on them. This game has a Diablo-style system where there are affixes on every piece of magical gear that will add cold damage, or they will make you more resistant to things, or they will make you, you know, randomly shout and get like an attack power boost. There's all kinds of weird little enchantments that can be on all your items, so that is definitely a big draw for me as well as a big hack and slash fan. I do need to go back through. And actually, I think I need to fall back to the university because I just completed a dungeon, and so I need to unload my inventory for right now. I'm going to do that off camera because it's a bit of a trip, but I'm going to go offload my inventory, and then we'll go do a dungeon, and if we survive that dungeon, hopefully I will be able to give you a tour of the academy, and after giving you a tour of the academy and the various facilities and all the fun things that they do, that'll probably be a wrap for today's video. Oh yeah, did I mention that you get to have battle chickens? I forgot about that. So this is a mechanic he added last year, is battle chickens. This year, it's a giant pig farm that does various activities and things like that. But last year, it was a chicken farmer. And so anyways, I've just summoned a battle poultry so that you guys can see a battle chicken, and hopefully we can take it to war and kill our enemies. And so there's my battle chicken right there. The eponymously named Comrade Cluck, who strikes fear into the hearts of all that step in his way. This is the university. I was going to edit all this out, but I might as well do the tour now. Inside the university, you've got the library, so as you recover books, that'll fill up and give you various benefits. This is the university chest. That's the university headmaster. He identifies items for you and can give you advice. The chest gives you all of your bonus items whenever you start a new character or unlock a new wing. This is the alchemy department. As you level it up, they give you better and better potions. This right here is the blacksmithing department. The blacksmithing department will allow you to upgrade your gear when you start out in the game, so each character gets more powerful than the last by breaking stuff and then donating it. This right here is the museum. As you learn more about various enemies, you will find books that imply you have fought them a lot, and these statues will start out bronze and end up being like gold or platinum. And then I think something happens once you finally defeated enough enemies of a certain type to like max it out. On top of that, the museum also studies anything weird that you might find down in a dungeon, like any ores or like weapon hilts or like magical blades or anything else like that, and they will study it for a certain number of character deaths, and you know, after 3 or 4 characters die, the 5th character, the museum will be like, hey, we're done. You want to start out with this cool legendary lightning sword that will like auto clear the entire first chunk of the game for you? And then you'll nod and be like, uh-huh, because who doesn't want that? And, you know, it makes your life easier. So yeah, that's the Academy University. Now that I've picked up my battle chicken, I don't know if I have it. So when you kill elite mobs, you get these things called feats of strength. Yeah, there they are, feats of strength, and they allow you to level up your stats. I should probably do that. Our character pretty much benefits entirely just from strength, so I'm going to throw it all into strength because that'll give us like another 10 HP, and it'll make us hit a whole lot harder. This is the skill tree right here. The skill tree is pretty good in this game. There's like 8 different skills covering everything from punching guys in the face to being a southern gentleman. You can mix and match whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Like if you want to make a character that's really good at being offended and slapping enemies in a dignified sort of gentlemanly way, who also dabbles in necromancy, you can do that. If you want to make a guy who shoots fireballs, but also dual wields swords and wears light armor, you can do that. This game is completely, totally open. You can do whatever you want. More trivial dungeons, huh? Eventually, you guys are going to have to give me a real one down here. What about you? There we go. We finally found our way. It's Reinger's Monastery, slick with mildew and mold, the folly of an ancient religion. Okay. These dungeons are procedurally generated, in case you didn't know. Wow, that guy's pretty strong. Level 6, huh? This might be a little bit tough on us. Luckily, I've got a magical spear that, like, freezes everything that gets near me, and I've got a battle chicken with me right now. So I'm like the pollador of destiny, bro. The pollador de los cielos, dude. That's who I am. Did I freeze a guy back there? I was gonna say, it seemed like that was gonna protect me, noble chicken. Good job, buddy. How beat up are you? Oh, no, dude. He lost like a third of his chicken health, dude. That guy knocked some nuggets out of him. I don't know if he can charge me from there. I'm going to go ahead and pin him down. There, I blasted him with some magic. We've got like a ninja over here. I'm going to blast her with some magic too, because this place is actually higher level than me, and now I'm feeling nervous. Like, higher tier items than I'm used to are dropping. I fear for my safety at the moment. I really don't want to lose this character on camera. I'll feel really stupid. I'm going to break all this open. Looks like we got the mana potions are red on this run. This game does have... Ow. This game does have the classic trope. Ow, that bleed hurts so much, dude. This game does have the classic trope of randomized potions every run and randomized scrolls every run. You got to figure out what they do. That guy's officially dead. I don't know if the archer saw me. I was going to say, the archer, they put a bleed on you that stings like hell. And so I usually prefer to kill them outright if I can. I'm going to rest for a second till I get my stam back. Dungeons in this game do have respawns, so enemies will come back around and mess with you from areas that you've already cleared. It gives you, like, a little bit of leeway. A rod jibba snap steak. Those steaks right there, they're going to drop randomly off of enemies, and if you feed them to your chicken absorbs the abilities of the enemies whose steaks you have fed him. So your chicken is highly customizable, and then you can also breed your chickens together to hybridize their abilities if you so desire to do so. And as you play the game, there will be different chickens that have different eggs and different starting abilities. It's super up to you how much you want to breed your chicken. The one thing you need to keep in mind is that your chicken is always the exact same level as your character, so when you die, you still have all your chickens. They all still exist. Ooh, a steel shine chest guard, huh? I've only got a normal chest guard. Maybe I'll use an identify scroll on it. It is a moonlit practice steel shine chest guard +2. That sounds good. Oh, I've got battle chaps as well, just in case. If the Academy ever offers a cowboy man's major, you are ready. You will have the safest hips in all of Dungeondom. Dependable armor that will look great on your memorial statue. So this right here, it increases our starlight damage, which means it'll make our thrown spear ability hit way harder because that's the element of our spear throw. It gives us resist to starlight. We get some parry. The downside is we lose. So they're making a joke in this game, but the ultimate elemental energy in this game is called purple. So any enemy spell effect that has purple in its color needs purple resist. It's sort of like to imply that in every fantasy RPG, like the bad guy always has lightning that's like purple or something that he shoots at you to sort of imply that he's evil. In this game, all of the toughest enemies shoot purple at you, and you have to have purple resist in order to survive it. It's called Dread Purple. We lose Dread Purple by wearing this armor, but we're not really at the point of the game yet where I feel like we're having purple thrown at us altogether that often, so I'm not going to worry about it. And we also got a helmet that increased our health by 4%. It's only 4 HP, but I'll take... Ow! That was a dirty trick. Right when I walk through the door, the bee halberdier critically dies. Good. That's what I like to see. I'm going to keep on mushing my... Dude, 41 damage is no joke. This character's actually doing pretty well right now. I'm fairly happy with the way this character's playing at the moment. Like, I'm hoping this character has a long and magical future in front of her. Ow, dude. I got bit by a dungeon frog. You know, I've always lived a life that's been largely friendly towards amphibians. I've taken up your case and your cause. Every chance that I get, I say to myself, yeah, dude, let's be nicer to the amphibians. And then I come into the dungeon, and this is how you treat me. Shabbily and upsettingly. Got that healing potion too. Very nice. There's the stairs down. Before we go down the stairs, we will go ahead and rest our character. And just like, oh, there's an enemy. Hold on, I blasted you. Will you guys please stop interrupting my rest? Thank you. I would appreciate it very much if you would stop messing up my rest. There are secret doors in this game. Your scientific skill determines whether or not you can find secret doors. So there's only 4 stats in this game. There's strength, which is how strong you are. There's skill, which is how accurate you are with ranged attacks. Oh, little special enemy right there. You can tell because he's undulating. The undulating enemies are elite enemies, and elite enemies drop these guys right here. Feats of strength. Those are what you turn in to increase your stats. Is my chicken winning? I don't think my chicken's winning. My chicken might need some Oh, never mind. My chicken won, man. He got him. That's good. Good for you, little chicken. You fought an entire lizard man's. Ow. I feel like this game has good sound effects and good graphics for a roguelike. Honestly, when it comes to appraising the classic Berlin roguelike genre, I'm just happy that I'm not looking at ASCII. Big old room full of treasure. Love to see it. I like big rooms full of treasure. We have 42 gold right now. Could probably spend that on something good. Haven't been to a shop in a little bit, but like, you know. What are you fighting over here, chicken? Ugh. A nondescript teleporter. Well, YOLO. My heart don't beat no fear. I said my heart don't beat no fear. Like my heart is a Casio watch, but a bandit spark tosser. He's only got like a little bit of HP left. I was gonna say, he's like got Starfire on him too. So he'll probably die, hopefully. Where am I at right now in the dungeon? Oh, we haven't actually cleared that much. We are leveling up though, which is great. That makes me super happy. Leveling up is the best. I'd like to be stronger, and I'd like to be stronger right now. Honestly, that chicken is a really good distraction. Another feat of strength right there. My chicken is somehow still miraculously alive, even though he's got, like, no HP left. I need to pick up the purloin. Oh, there's a steak down here, too. So in a lot of ways, this game is a collect-a-thon. That's what you need to be aware of, is that inside the dungeons, anything you pick up that has, like, a yellow or an orange name, you kind of want to take that to somebody. So purloined inventories, as I showed you, those go to towns to level up your towns. If you find steaks, those go to your chicken farm to level up your chickens and make them better. Eggs go there as well. You can also get pork-loined inventories, which go to your pig farm. There's loads and loads. There's feats of strength. You know, there's alchemy equipment. There's blacksmithing equipment. There's museum finds. This game really actually does a super good job at imbuing the roguelike formula with a little bit of like Banjo-Kazooie or like Mario 64, where the whole thing is just a massive collect-a-thon of you finding various Jinjo-like objects and turning them in. It works for me because I like collect-a-thons. I just don't like collect-a-thons that are attached to platformers. I feel like that's like super cliche and boring. But a collect-a-thon attached to a roguelike, I think that actually works pretty well. I mean, even the individual weak gray items that I'm picking up right now are a collect-a-thon in their own way, because you need to turn in like thousands of items to level up the blacksmith, you know, and so like everything that I'm picking up here is gonna get broken at the blacksmith. I'm not gonna take it to the store and sell it because it's a headache to sell things individually to stores in this game, and so like I'm just gonna take it to the blacksmith and tell him to break everything in my inventory after I equip all the stuff that I want. And then I'll have a whole bunch of ingots that I can use to level up my next character's gear so that they get a nice little starting bonus. And so, like, even every single object that drops in this game is a collect-a-thon. And I think to a certain personality type, that's going to be kind of an incredibly addictive thing where you just want to see the next thing that the game spits out for you. I want that beryllium ring, a deft beryllium ring of strength. Ooh, that's good. I want that. Hold on. Beryllium Ring of Strength. Gives me 2 strength and it gives me 12 dodge. Yeah. I don't know if the 2 strength will add more damage. I mean, it's got to, right? I don't know. Throw it on. Maybe it'll be okay. I like extra strength. At the bottom of these dungeons, there's going to be a boss. The boss is usually pretty scary and is usually either a DPS check. Oh, it's a Trigger. If you don't know what a Trigger is, it's 2 smaller tigers stacked on top of a tiger, and then there's a fairy lady on top of the smallest tiger. I don't know if everybody is, like, crazy informed about the existence of the Trigger, but a Trigger is a thing in this game, and they really hurt, and they're really scary. So we need to be super careful about how we choose to live our life moving forward. That's not magical, is it? All right. Pin you down since you're the threat. He's dead from our dot. We have another big... Ah, Christ. Chicken, take the wheel. Go ahead and fight him for me. I gotta get a potion in me. He has indeed slain my chicken. But he's now dead too, so at least we avenged our Poyos, man. Wow, there are a lot of enemies in here. This was a very risky room. We lucked out. So we lucked out really hard that this was like a little thin thoroughfare. If it had not been a thin thoroughfare, we had a problem. Unfortunately, Comrade Cluck is wounded and recovering in his egg. This happens when a pet is brought down to no health on the battlefield. You cannot summon your wounded pets, but if you go back to the Ovomancer, he can heal your wounded pets for free. Hang in there, my little friend. Hang in there. Another proof of strength, so that's good. What is that? A Blood Ruby Targe. Huh. I feel like whenever I do a shield build in this game, they never survive long enough to get the cool equipment. Crusader's Mantle +2. We definitely want to identify that. Oh, is it already identified on the ground? Hold on, it must be already identified. I also need to favorite this. There we go. You can make a favorites tab because this game has kind of like a console-y inventory. You've got to kind of like go through it and figure out where stuff is at. And honestly, I haven't been to a shop in like an hour and a half, so we're also kind of overloaded on things. But Crusader's Mantle +2. Oh, it's not magical. Okay, it's just higher quality. Gotcha. Well, more defense is more defense. I'm okay with... I don't know if I want to fight the final boss without my chicken. It may be worth going back to the Ovomancer, but then I gotta fight my way all the way back down in here because of the respawns to get back to where I am. There's like an equal possibility that my pet will die again, so like maybe I won't. You die, please. I'm gonna come around this corner and we're gonna use roguelike Ow. Yeah, we're gonna want to use a healing potion. That was quite rippy. We just got hit for 50-ish in one hit. This game will do that to you, man. You gotta watch out. The normal hits aren't normally that bad. Oh, there's a spear guy over here. Worrisome. Ow. Okay, we're gonna pin him down. We're gonna nuke him. This is a bad plan. I may need to dig deep, and we may need to use combat blinking to get away. We were just kind of in a bad position that I would rather not be in. There we go. I didn't want to fight the frog, which I've seen hit me for more than 20, and the boss at the same time because he was hitting for like 14 or 15. One more broken and utterly crushed testament to the iron will of the Dungeonmans. Technically, I'm a Dungeonmans, but sure, absolutely. I'm gonna guess that if I feed that guy's steak to my chicken's gonna get frost magic. Oh, I have no stamina left. I was gonna throw another bolt at him, but I guess I have none. All right. Well, we'll pick up all the goodies over here. Was there a chest in this room? No chest, but there is one random bad guy hiding in the corner, so if you... Okay. Yep, I've just been hit with like 1,000 ninja stars. Hated it. Please die. Thank you. I'm going to rest and get some of my stuff back. We also leveled up. What do I want to put my levels into? I mean, Bannermans. I'm finally level 6, which means I can become the Starlight Soldier. Technically, I could get Bring Down the Sky. And, like, all of that sounds really cool to me, so... Nice! We've got an AoE now, too. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That'll actually help out a lot. I don't know if I want to knock out that purloined inventory over there. I think I should probably go identify my stuff, and then I should probably do a shop crawl for, like, upgrades. I feel like that's kind of where we're at. I feel like I've got a lot of loot right now that I have not upgraded in a certain amount of time. Over here, it builds statues to all of your Dungeonmans that have lived the longest. The only thing that I actually don't like about this game is that your gear doesn't show on your character. That's pretty much it. At the beginning of the game, you pick a sprite that you want to play as. It also doesn't have workshop support, which I would love to see. Actually, I think modding, even if it was for something really simple, like being able to import custom sprites to the game so that you could increase the amount of sprites the game has to choose from, because there's really not that many, would be really rad. That would be a suggestion, is to, like, at this point, open the game up to modding effectively and just let modders run with this guy. And then a character kind of like Tales of Maj'Al has, where it's just a default guy and like the gear actually shows on him, and then you just like change the skin color and the hairstyle on him before you start on out. I mean, that would be poof. This is already one of my favorite roguelikes, but that would definitely add to it. That would solidify. Let me go through my inventory and see if I have anything that's actually worth equipping. Actually, I have nothing worth equipping, so I think we're super safe to go over here and just trash all of the gear. Yeah, melt down everything yeah, go ahead, melt it all down. And so we've got 222 tin steel, we've got 158 beryllium, we've got 8 crushonium. All right. And so I want to upgrade my starting weapons and armor. So for the heavy armor, which I start out with, I would need 150 beryllium, which I have. So there we go. We now have +2 starting armor. And then with my tin steel, I can make it so that all weapons and shields at the beginning have like a +1 on them. So there we go. We're moving on up in the world. We're increasing our chances at future success. I also needed to go to the Ovomancer, and I needed the Ovomancer to heal my wounded chicken. There we go. My chicken has been fixed. Now I can resummon him with the power of my chicken whistle. And let's see here. Bird food. This one, oh, it actually tells you. Good. I thought I was going to have to experiment. So I can give my chicken Furious Rush and +1 to melee. Or I can raise his toughness. Yeah, go ahead and do that. There we go. My chicken has now become stronger and more powerful. I don't know how many chicken steaks I can put on one chicken. I don't even know if it matters, but he does use melee, so I guess keep throwing things at him to increase his stats. Hey, he's got melee 2 and he's got tough 1, which I'm guessing increased his HP by quite a lot. I have an unhatched battle poultry over here. Okay, let's hatch him. Poofles. That's honestly like a great name for a chicken. I'll take it. And Big Poofles over here. And so it looks like a level of toughness gives about 20 HP. Yeah, Breakout Comrade Cluck. He and I have mileage, but now if we wanted to, we could actually breed these. And then this is the Chromifier over here. It's kind of endgame content, but like when you get to the end of the game, there's these chromatic keys that drop, and there's like 50 different color schemes, like skins you can get for your chicken. And so the keys unlock skins for your chicken so that you can chromify them, and they become more awesome. I don't remember which town it was that I upgraded. It was like one of these towns. There we go. Is this one? Let's see. I don't want to shop at one that I haven't upgraded yet because it's not going to have anything that's appealing to me in terms of like tier of weapon and whatnot. All right, so the weaponry shop. They have one Guild of Mollard, and it's 22 gold, and we don't know what its modifier is going to be. I'll take that bet. Sure. I like Gamba. Let's do a little bit of Gamba. We've got Identify Scroll. Let's see if it turned out better than our other one. What you got for me, baby? What you got for me? The Bitey Guild of Mollard will occasionally cause bleeding. I think bleeding is actually better than 1 to 3 damage added on to every hit, so I'll take it. Bleeding, I think, does 12 damage per turn for 4 turns straight. And so if the proc rate is somewhat decent, I feel like it'll turn out okay. Is there an armor shop around here? There's an armor shop. Oh, maybe not. Are there 2 separate shopkeepers here? Like, it's got the sword and board in front of it, so I thought it was going to be... Well, buy this axe I crush. Consume this book, and you will gain 1 point in Legendary Armsman. Yeah, but that's 5,000 gold. I don't have that kind of bankroll right now. Maybe someday. Yeah, Dungeonmans. You guys should check it out. I think this is a really remarkably solid entry-level roguelike that can get you into the swing of playing more complicated roguelikes like Caves of Cud or something like Tales of Maj'Eyal. This is like a lighter version of Tales of Maj'Eyal. It's not quite as gritty or crunchy. It doesn't require quite as much min-maxing in order to be successful at. It has loads of humor. It's a really hilarious game. I think the creator of this game actually has really solid comedy writing chops. I've read like the description of every item in the game, and there's some really funny one-liners that remind me of Dungeons of Dreadmore. And so anyways, if you ever wanted a Dungeons of Dreadmore, but it still gets updates every now and again, like the developer shows up every year or so and throws like throws a new patch with a whole bunch of new mechanics at it, this might be the game for you. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so that you don't have to. Today up on the chopping block, we were fooling around with a little bit of Dungeonmans, which just got a brand new patch that added pig breeding to it. Like, it's like a pig farm that you can use to get resources and stuff. And so anyway, that's the mechanic of the year. The developer slides back through every 12 months or so, drops a brand new mechanic into the game, and then disappears again. You know, like, it is what it is. I will see you all tomorrow with something hot, fresh off the indie skillet, but up until then, it's time for me to go. Bye, folks.